I don't see the countdown yet.
All right, we are live. Welcome to All Hitches, Northern Virginia's #1 football podcast. Welcome back to America, Coach Mason.
I never left America.
No,
I love
you
the
didn't.
I love the USA. USA.
Well,
Speaking of, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, because I definitely sad day for a lot of people who.
Yeah, I mean, Hulk Hogan, man. We were talking about we're about the same age. I think I'm what, like 3 years older than you, I think.
Yeah.
And you know, Hulk Hogan was our hero. He was. I mean, so we were just talking about this on the phone because essentially all Hitches it really is just a conversation we have on the phone, just in front of people. You know, for people in our generation, right, the good old Gen X's, our age, when Real American came on, when you were watching wrestling, you would lose your mind. Because you knew your hero was coming out, right, to save the day.
We were talking about this earlier today, and he was a real life superhero.
Yeah.
Right. And again, I'm separating politics and everything else out from it. This is talking about 1985, watching Saturday morning television, right?
Yeah.
And watching, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, Jimmy Snuka, JYD.
Yeah.
All these guys versus Big John Studd, Iron Sheik.
Yeah.
Cyndi Lauper makes an appearance. I mean, it's iconic. And if you grew up in the 80s, you know that it was just a big part of your life.
Yeah. I mean, just Hogan was everybody's hero, right? I mean, nobody disliked Hulk Hogan. I mean, eventually you got older, right? You got to middle school and you're like, oh, I don't like him. I like Hulk Hogan. Dude, but when you're in elementary school, everybody loved. I mean, the yellow and the red. I mean, saying your prayers, eating your vitamins. I mean, that was everything. Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling.
Rock and Wrestling. Hulk Hogan's workout set, which I had, my mom bought for me.
Did you really?
Right? Yeah, I had the Hulk Hogan workout set. I had the wrestler. I had the big doll. The whole thing, man. 71, man. Like, just reminds you of your mortality, right? Yeah, you see all that stuff.
Yeah.
And stars like that. I mean, again, at one point I saw all these great debates online the last couple of days when I was on vacation, just reading stuff by the beach. And one that I saw was from 84, 85 to like 88.
Yeah.
Like that 3-year span. I mean, obviously Hogan was popular beyond that, but there was a 3 or 4 year span where he's up there in the world.
Oh, for sure.
Like bigger than Michael Jordan. You can make the argument in 85, 86, 87.
Oh, he's bigger than Michael Jordan, for sure. Sure.
Yes, 100%.
For sure. Especially with guys our age at that time, right? Elementary school. Yep. I mean, he's as big as any NFL player. Yep. I mean, he's huge. And you could argue that wrestling is not what wrestling is now without two very flawed people. I mean, let's be honest, two very flawed people in Vince McMahon and Hulk Hogan. If it's not for those two guys, again, there's lots of things you could say about them. That when you pull the curtain back, you're like, oh, those guys are. I don't know about that, but
right.
Right guys, the right time. He just had the look. It was a huge part of our childhood. I mean, it definitely brought you back, right? Because you remember that, right?
Definitely did. And I was on vacation. Obviously, that with my family, and it's a big group of us. And I felt like, and some of my brothers were there, and it was like every night at the dinner table.
Yeah.
There was like Theo Huxtable, right? Michael Jamal Warner, Ozzy Osbourne the next night, Hogan the next night.
Right.
I'm like, are you kidding me? These are 80s icons.
For sure. Yeah.
So we had to lead with that. You and I talked about that. We wanted to kind of lead with that. Sad, but great memories.
Oh yeah.
Great memories.
I mean, where were you when Hulk Hogan and Paul Orndorff climbed out of the steel cage at the same time, right? where were you when when Earl Hebner and Dave Hebner showed up and Hogan lost the belt to Andre, gave it to $1 Million Man.
And that $100 bill was falling out of his pocket.
He was falling out of his pocket.
Oh man, iconic stuff.
Yeah.
I still, you know this. I still rewatch. My wife yells at me.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, nothing on TV, I put on a good old Peacock, and I'll put on an old Saturday Night's Main Event. My wife will come in the room and she'll be like, "Oh God," and she'll start yelling at me. We're not watching this, and I'm like, just let me just watch a little Saturday Night's Main Event. Come on.
You know what's crazy about that time, and not, and we're going on about wrestling a while, is that this is how good, how different time was. So remember, they're like, can he slam Andre? Andre's never been slammed. Andre the Giant been slammed many times.
Well,
wrestling
there was the built-in amnesia with wrestling, right?
That's the thing, though, right? Like, you couldn't just go to YouTube and be like, no, he wasn't. He was slammed before, and go to YouTube like Andre,
right?
And there he was being slammed. For like me, I didn't have cable television, right? My mom, we didn't have that kind of money, so we didn't have cable television. So I got to see wrestling once a week, and it was on Superstars. So the only thing I would ever know, I would never see a house show. We didn't have money to go to house shows. We didn't have money to do any of that stuff. The only thing I could watch was when it came on at Saturday at 11 o'clock after Saturday morning cartoons came on. So the only thing I knew of what happened was then, right? And maybe you got to see the pay-per-view events on closed circuit TV. Remember that closed circuit TV?
Yeah, closed circuit TV.
Or you'd have to go to like a movie theater or go to like an arena and watch it there. And watch it there.
You should bring that back. That's just a cool concept in general.
I mean, I think movie theaters have tried to do that, right? They try to do like concerts and stuff like that.
Yeah, they have.
But I don't know. But people have big TVs now, man. I mean, the TV I have now, I mean, the computer screen I'm looking at right now, I remember having a TV about that size when I was really young. So some of the chat said Happy Gilmore 2 thoughts. I haven't got a chance to watch it yet.
I haven't either. My son's real excited about it.
Did it come out today? Did it come out today?
Yeah, I think it came out yesterday.
Yeah.
My son's gotten into golfing, so Aiden's gotten into golfing. And then I showed him Happy Gilmore years ago when he was younger. He watched it again now that he's kind of into golfing. He watched it like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
He reminded me yesterday that it came out. He's excited to watch it. I'll probably watch it with him. And then, obviously we got NFL training camps have opened up.
Yeah. I mean, that's why today I was eating lunch and I put it on the TV and I watched Lamar Jackson run the same drill we run in high schools where he jumps over the bag, turns the bag, and throws the ball. Like I was like, hey, we do a lot of stuff. Chris,
if you're a diehard football fan, NFL fan specifically, is there anything better than your beat writer and following him along on Twitter as he kind of gives you the highlights of each drill and when they go team and you're like, and he's like, oh, bad throw by your quarterback. I'm like, I live and die by looking at, I'm a Raiders fan obviously, but looking at the beat reporter and being like, oh man, Geno Smith do a pick six. Oh, he's done. It's like every year. I love that stuff though. I mean, God bless the beat reporters, man.
Yeah, and I tell, been coaching for a long time. I tell players all the time. This is a story I tell. I those who play for me, not the name of our players who listen to this stuff, but I remember years ago watching Ben Roethlisberger throw the slant route had to be 15 minutes. And if a guy like that, right? I mean, how many slants has Ben Roethlisberger thrown in his life? Is there 15 minutes to throw the exact same route over and over again? Tells you kind of the value of that stuff, right? I mean, a lot of times kids are like, "Can we move to the next drill?" No, you can't move to the next drill. If an NFL guy's wanting to do that drill for 15 minutes, sorry, kid. I know you played a freshman football, but you probably don't have this down yet. So, yes, Carl, I am still a Niners fan. I'm not sure why you asking if I'm still a Niners fan.
Look at Carl bringing the heat.
Niners fan.
He's stalking you like the way Clever Lang stalked Bo.
Dylan Niners.
Carl will be joining us for a great segue here.
Oh yeah.
Because we got our previews coming up. Probably next week, right? Starting next week, our preview shows.
Yeah.
And Carl Frederick, the Adam Schefter of Nova, will be joining us for some of those shows. So
yeah, we'll have him on. I don't know, man. He keeps on running his mouth, talking like he's a big shot, like he's the Rock. Yeah, we'll have Carl on.
But yeah, lots to talk about with these preview shows. Now we've done pretty good in Nova. We got, I'd say Fairfax, Arlington, and Alexandria. The big
Well,
three there.
let's get some props. The Concord is we've got everybody back in the Concord. We have one district that we got 100%, and it is the Concord.
Well, there's a reason why the Concord. They a lot of people say. I'm not saying, but other people are saying.
People say
the Concord might be the best, classiest district in all of Nova. I'm not saying it. Other people are saying it. But right there, I mean, you can't argue with that. Those are great results.
Yeah. So we and actually we have our Concord previews done. They're currently in the can, ready to go. We've got those ready to go. We're missing one from Patriot, but I think we expect not to get that one back to the Patriot. They seem to not.
Well, go ahead and say it. West Potomac.
West Potomac.
You're out there.
I don't know why you don't like us. It seems like a lot of people like us. It seems like they don't like us. I don't
West
know.
Potomac, if you're out there, Coach Louisville done such a fine job these last few
years.
If you're out there and you're listening, or if you know Coach Louisville, tell him to check his email.
Yes. We are missing, I think, one from National Justice, but I know the new coach. It's kind of hard for us to get a hold of right now.
Right, he's busy.
I did send it out to his district email. So if anyone's listening, tell them to check it in. If not, DM us. I don't know. You can email us, or you can find our names on the good old on your Outlook. And then we are missing.
Well,
the Liberty.
Hayfield's the only other team, but they're still trying to figure things
out.
Oh,
Hayfield. Yeah. I don't know if we can talk about that now. As of right now,
you and I haven't talked. We haven't. So Hayfield's still in the process of trying to find a head coach.
Yeah. Well, at least they haven't announced one yet, right? So I
don't think they're going to announce one anytime soon.
We don't know if they've hired one. We just know there's been no announcement.
There's no announcement right now, and we don't know if there's going to be one anytime soon.
I heard you're going to be it. I heard you're taking that job.
Me?
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, we're just going to have some fun. We're going to go out. Remember Steve Spurrier when he came to the Commanders, when he came to the Skins? I'd be like to see Spurrier, right? Looking at my watch, when am I going golf? Spurrier,
how about this?
That was such a paycheck for him.
Anybody listening out there, let's start the write-in campaign and tell Hayfield to hire me and Dash for the 1-year co-head coaches. It can be Hayfield football, brought to you by the All Hitches podcast.
Yeah, we could document the season. What a fun!
We could.
You document.
We will do podcasts during the game.
Yes.
We will podcast during the game.
You know what? That would be fun, right? You could. Now you got me thinking, right? We get on a little live and say, okay, what play should we run here?
Oh, we could polls. We could do
audience.
polls on whether we should punt or not. Well, or we could do all kinds of things.
Now, whoever, I will say this, and I think it might be because their freshman coach but I'm not sure exactly who's been running the offseason stuff over there. But if whoever that is wants to reach out to us and answer some of the questions, from the questionnaire that we had, then that would work too. I just hope that they can get the head coaching thing kind of settled. I feel bad for the kids over there.
That's and you know us. I mean, the thing I feel worse for is you have a bunch of kids who want to play football, and currently are kind of in limbo, man. Like I think that kind of sucks, dude. Like, I mean, yeah, I feel terrible for those guys, man. Honestly.
But and the shame of it all is, you and I have said this, and I'm going to say it again because I'm going to bang the drum for someone to take that job. Hey, any coaches out there, don't buy the hype. I think that's a good job.
It absolutely is a good job.
It's great, and I'm going to tell you why. So I'm going to have this debate with the mythical person out there that's telling you it's not a good job. One, we're in almost August. Then there's no head coach, so right there, that just tells you there's not a lot of expectations. Whatever, if you go in there thinking everyone thinks you're supposed to go undefeated, that thought process is not going on. So you don't have these high expectations. You're going to have talented players who care about football, players who are good football players there. So you're going to compete right away. And you combine those two, and then you're going to have an admin, obviously, that's probably appreciative of you because, again, we're in August and there's no coach yet. So whoever that coach is, they're going to love you. They might build a statue for you. So I'm serious, right? So you're going to be appreciated. My gut tells me you're going to be appreciated. So I think it checks all those boxes. I wouldn't worry about, I mean, if there's a penalty with the playoffs, I don't know about all that stuff. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the rulings are with that. But that'll work itself out, whatever. But if you want to coach football and you want to win games and you want to have a good time, I think that's a good place to do it.
Yeah, no, I agree. And
you go to Will Rogers after games.
And you and I are educators, or at least attempt to be. There's a group of kids. There's a group of young men, or a group of kids who right now need a head coach. Right? I mean, they need a head coach, and anything you can do to kind of help those kids out right now would be awesome. Would be awesome, man. I hope everything works out over there. Hayfield. When we went to Hayfield, the two times we went there twice.
I think twice, yeah.
Went there twice, and great community over there. Great set of kids. Like it's just, it's just heartbreaking what's going on over there. I hope they're able to, and think about this. It's a really good program. It's got a really good pedigree. Really good pedigree.
Yes. 100%.
I mean, how many district titles does Hayfield have over the last 10 years?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's a quality program with the great kids, with great community, and so hopefully this gets worked out. Hopefully it gets worked out.
But before I forget, I've been meaning to say this to you. I kind of like the look there, buddy. I'm going to give you a line right now. No corrective lenses tonight, Mr. Papagiorgio?
I do not require them. As I work in software with my wife and child out in Yuma, Arizona.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love it. No, it's a good look. I like it. You look distinguished.
Yeah. I mean, these are not prescription glasses. These are readers. But my vision has gotten really bad over like the last like a couple months, which sucks because not that I don't want to complain. I had really good vision my whole life. I had 20/15 vision, which means that things that were 20 feet away seemed like 15. I had really good vision, and I just got old. I can keep my government contract job and head coach is in office, so I'll do it. Oh, all right. So Mian Gotcher says he's in. He's gonna take the Hayfield job. Good for you, man. Good for you, man.
Hey, man, that'd be a good coach.
Yeah, and actually we have something from Tristan Lux. They said they like us. Well, you know what? I like Tristan Lux. So
Tristan Lux, working hard.
Yeah,
guys, he's probably pulling a truck. He's probably texting you with one hand, pulling a truck with the other.
Probably. Yeah, no kidding.
That's a strong son of a gun. So we mentioned a couple teams from national, obviously.
Yeah. We're missing our good friends at Wakefield.
Just started Coach Martin today. Talking today, he said it's coming. So Coach Martin, we're holding you to that. Is that all from Liberty?
I believe that's it from Liberty. I think it's just Wakefield, and then not a lot from Cardinal.
Yeah, then we go west. Yeah, we go west.
Right now,
don't go west, young man. Don't go west.
We just got our good friends at Garfield. Amazing supporters of the show. We love Garfield football. They're in for a really good year this year. And Colgan, new coach at Colgan, who came from Kettle Run. Where did he come from? He came from
not Kettle Run.
Not Kettle Run. He came from. They did really well. Right? Brownsville, maybe.
Oh, sorry, Brentsville. Sorry, my bad.
Brentsville, yeah. So he came from Brentsville. So we appreciate that. And then from the Cedar Run, we have Patriot, Gainesville, and Osborne Park, I think.
Yeah, Patriot and Gainesville. That's two of the big three.
Or Osborne.
But where's no Battlefield, huh?
Yeah. Oh, Crawford is Brentsville. Yeah, we got it. Yeah. So no Battlefield. Yeah. And we know Battlefield listens to us because they told us during the season we listen to you guys. So
right.
We
get it out there, guys. Yeah, PW man, looking weak. Come on, PW.
Yeah. We got a couple teams I believe from Stafford. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I have to go back and look. I think we have a couple teams from Stafford, and then we have some Loudon teams. We have
Loudon, the new look.
Also, not to shortchange them. We did get Bishop O'Connell. We got our first private school response back. We got Bishop O'Connell, and then we got Light Ridge, Broad Run, and I believe Tuscarora. I think.
Look at that.
If I miss somebody, I apologize. But yeah, so
I'll save all complaints for Daniel H. Mesa.
Yeah, we're down the process of getting articles done. We want to get that stuff released. I think last year we did about the first week of camp is when we put it out right before the first scrimmages. And then also, speaking of the first scrimmages, we got 3 weeks from yesterday. We will be our first lives. We'll be our first red zones. Our first red zones will be coming up in about 2.5 weeks.
And we feel like we worked some of the kinks out in our dry run. We got the 2 scrimmages to also do some dry runs on. The one thing about Mason and I have been debating on this, we might come out with initially a top 10.
Yeah.
And then we can always add and subtract from that. But we start with the top 10 games, and then we kind of go from there. Because to start out with 20 games, let's say, we'd be shortchanging everybody with that.
Yeah. Because it's the one thing that makes it is there's 2 of us, right? So the red zone, all these people, they have studios full of people watching each individual game. Like for us to try to keep track of all the 20 plus games.
And we'll push this as we can push this as we go on too.
Yeah.
But we're going to rely on you, the viewer, you, the parent, right? You, the coach on a bye week, whoever it might be, whoever's at home or at a stadium,
to let us know.
There's action going on in a game.
Right.
Let us know, and we'll cut into it. We'll cut into that game. Be like, all right, maybe we didn't have it's our top 10. We do now. We're going to cut into say Oakton playing whoever. So DM us during the games and let us know because that's the other thing. And hopefully the DSAs get the scoring going on their screens. It's hard to know just watching those test runs back. If they don't update the scores, it's hard to tell you what a score is.
Right. Yeah. I mean, again, it's just the 2 of us kind of watching the games. It'd be one thing if we had some eyes who could watch games and kind of write it down physically for us. But it just makes it tough, man.
Yeah, we're not Andrew Siciliano and Scott Hansen. It's tough.
I think you're teasing that right there, little Andrew Siciliano tease.
I am. If you know, you know, and the original Red Zone host was Nova's own Andrew Siciliano.
The pride of Reston.
South Lakes.
Pride of South Lakes and Reston. South Lakes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, pride. So.
Yeah, so we're teasing.
So we'll see. Again, we got something for them. So
Andy Siciliano, fan of the show. Might be hearing from him in a few weeks.
Hopefully.
So that's pretty cool. So so make sure you get those out to us again. PW. You're making you got to do a better job than that, PW. So let's go. Come on, check your emails and get those back to us ASAP.
Yeah.
All right. We weren't going to do a lot today, right?
No.
Mason and I talked. I was out of town. We talked. We said, hey, let's do a live. We didn't have a show this past week. We said, hey, let's do a live. Let's remind people we got the preview shows coming out, all that kind of stuff. And we've been bombarded
with DMs
the last 36 hours or so about what could be, I guess could be is probably the right word, a major controversy.
Yeah.
Coming to a school or a region or a, district, however you want to say it, near you. And we don't want to get into specifics right now. But they're definitely, we've been DM'd a lot of stuff. There are people talking, quite a few DMs from quite a few different people. There's some stuff out there that people are saying pretty earth-shattering stuff. I don't want to get into it yet.
Yeah.
I want to get into it. You would want to, what do you think? I mean, just without
all
saying
I was going to say is I just hope this doesn't kind of, hang over the season. Unfortunately, the Hayfield controversy, and I'm not going to rehash that again. I'm just not. I really don't want to talk about that again. But hopefully it just doesn't hang over the season. If the stuff that we've been hearing and seeing some stuff, we've seen some things, and ends up cashing out. I just don't want it to hang. I mean, because at the end of the day, like this should just be. And I think I told you, like the one thing that really upsets me about high school football now is like it should be about the kids playing football, right? But it just seems like it unfortunately if things that happen again are true, I mean, geez, man, like I feel bad, and I know I feel bad for the kids because for the most part, most of these kids aren't doing anything. They're not involved with this stuff, and just yeah, but we'll see. We'll see how this all plays out. Like I said, we don't want to get because right now it is for the most part hearsay of what we're hearing, but like I said, we have seen some other stuff as well. But unfortunately, yeah, I mean, although I told you on the phone, I think people are going like, are these all Hitchens guys really just planning up more stuff to keep the ratings going? Because it seems like we show up at the scene and all of a sudden just boom, all of a sudden just happens.
Yeah. Yeah, like I told you, I was at dinner, and we were getting bombarded, and that was kind of one of the comments, one of the jokes that was made at dinner was like, you know, this is timed for you guys to start your season and some big news comes out. Although I wish it could be like big news, like good big news, right?
Right.
Instead of being like big news, but like negative big news, unfortunately.
Like more, let's get more big time signees at a Fairfax, right? Let's get some more All-American candidates, right? Some more All-American candidates. Like let's get news like that, right? Let's get news like yeah.
So we just want to say, you know, because I know, and we've talked to a few people, a few coaches that, you know, there's some rumors out there. You know, we weren't going to get into it tonight, but there are some things out there, and it'll be interesting to see what happens and where it goes. Like Coach Mason said, I hope, you know, once again, you know, at least the kids, right? I mean, for the kids, the right thing is done, and the kids can, you know, play a season and all that kind of stuff. And there's no issues, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see. There's definitely, you know, what is the old saying? Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah,
I hope it's not the case. I hope it's not the case, but usually where there's smoke, there's fire. So we'll see if there's definitely a little smoke over there. We'll see.
And unfortunately, when there's controversy, any kind of controversy, there's always collateral damage, right? That's the problem, right? Is that people just end up, you know, the old term, right? People start catching strays. So, you know, unfortunately.
And then you have people who, yeah, because you and I, we could go out right now and just say a bunch of, you know, allegedly this and allegedly that.
Yeah.
And we're not going to do. We didn't do that with the other stuff. We didn't do that last year with Hayfield, and we're not going to do that now. There are people who would, and there are people who, if they had seen, we know if there are people who had seen what we've seen, and we've heard, from legitimate sources, they would run with it, and they would probably. But we're going to kind of wait a little bit. We're going to wait a little bit and see if anything else comes.
And I think that goes back to we don't want to hurt anybody who doesn't need it. Like, or I mean, I don't want anyone to get hurt, but who you know what I mean, who doesn't, you know, get caught in the crossfire, right? So I mean, I just hope this all kind of plays out quickly. Again, right before the season, like, geez, man. I mean, you got a bunch of kids who are like, so oddly enough, I know a dad. I met a dad who has a son who's getting ready to play, and he said his son is already walking around the house in helmet and shoulder pads, being like, "Can we go? Can we go? Can we go? Can we go?" Because he's ready to go. Right? These kids are all fired up, ready to go. This is what it should be, right? I mean, everyone's healthy right now, right? All the oohs and owies aren't on right now. Like, these kids are just ready to fire up and go. And you know, we talked about before, right? We started the show to just talk about football. That's what we. But you know, again, it looks like we. More than likely, not going to be talking about football.
I'll say this: if to that point, and again, if we'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens. But if things kind of go in a certain direction, which they could, you're right. It could end up dominating, you know, a part of the news cycle for a part of the early season. It definitely could, at the very least. And we'll see. And I mean the mainstream news cycle.
Yeah,
like it just like it could end up being a big story, and I'll tell you what, and if it does, and this happened before, where there were people coming out, and then all of a sudden you had Fairfax Times, you had other news outlets, 1067, you had other people talking about stuff, and not all their stuff was correct. And then you and I would come on, we would do a live, and we kind of correct the record.
Yeah,
and,
I mean that's what we try to do, right?
Right. If we see that again with this story, we'll come out and, you know, we'll try and correct the record again if we come out and see it.
Someone made a comment saying that's what they did to Hayfield. Looks like fair. So here's what I'll say to that. Right now, it is very early in the stages. The stuff with Hayfield came out eventually, or the controversy. Hayfield, I'm not accusing Hayfield of anything. I'm just, yeah. I mean, I'm talking off the cuff, and I'm not the most skilled person, but says that we'll see how this all plays out. We'll see how this all plays out. Like I said, right now.
What was the comment?
It said that's what they did to Hayfield. Looks like Fairfax County is full of hypocrisy. So right now, this is very early in it. So
it is early. I think it's too early to say, oh, this was done to this school, so this can be done to this school. Today's Saturday. Right. Like today's Saturday. Like there's nothing getting done today. Tomorrow's Sunday. There's nothing getting done tomorrow. Right. So the next day where something would have been done would have been Monday. So I think this is really, like you said, it's really early in whatever this process is. And people are going to find things out sooner or later. It'll become a big story. And we'll be there to help guide you along the way. And call balls and strikes.
That's what we try to do, at least.
Because I'll toot our own horn. I think we did a great job doing that during, we talked to all sides on the Hayfield thing, and I think nobody walked away saying, "Oh, these two schmucks." Well, they did say we were schmucks, but they said those two schmucks were kind of fair. That's one thing they did say. Well, and I think people will walk away saying that again.
The same person, Hayfield was never found guilty, but they ran with it. They did, and you're 100% correct on that. They were never found guilty of anything. Well, it depends on if you count VHSL, because VHSL says that they were. But again, this is really early in the process. I mean, it wasn't like, the season was shut down week 1, right? It was there was scrutiny, absolutely. I don't. Without
and actually bringing that back, if you do that comp, I mean, whoever talking about that was more public opinion,
right?
Like the saying, oh, that was public opinion. I don't think nothing as far as like any kind of official body or anything deemed anything with Hayfield until way later.
Right, and there was I know the Fairfax Times started publishing stuff. We don't know. So people have told us stuff, right? People have showed us things, right? So we've seen these things. We don't know what else has gotten out there. Someone said Loudon Valley. Maybe they're just Loudon Valley. But yeah, we don't know what anybody else knows, right? We don't. I can only speak to what was told to us. We don't know what. And here's the other thing with at least what I consider credible media organizations, and Coach Dash being an old news hound himself, working for the old newspaper, will tell you.
Fairfax Journal, buddy, Northern Virginia Journal.
A credible news organization is going to take their time and actually try to talk to people before they go out doing everything. And I guess I'll go ahead and say it. I don't think that the organization that was coming after Hayfield was exactly doing great journalistic integrity at that time. I just don't. That my personal opinion. You can agree, you can disagree.
No. I mean, a lot of those Times pieces were written almost as opinion pieces, almost.
Correct. I think so.
It was like a hybrid. It was like a hybrid opinion piece and newspaper. So I mean, 100%. And then then I don't want to rehash all that again. But then you find there was a lawsuit with the TJ and all that stuff, and there was an axe to grind and all that. So like that's totally like we're not even close to there yet.
Right. In this cycle. And if this comes to light, if things are true or whatever, is my guess is that they'll do that.
We got any more comments, or are we done?
Yeah, this person said, I watched the Ballin and VA podcast, and Coach Overton told us what happened and who did it. Yeah, I mean, he came out and talked later on. You're correct. He talked later on after the controversy. I'm not sure exactly what that has to do with stuff early on, but
yeah. I mean, if there's other stuff out there that people have already said on the record, I don't know if that has to do with this.
Right.
We'll find out. We'll find. Like I said, time's going to tell everything. But we just know people have been talking about it. We've heard people talking about it, people have been writing us. There's other stuff going on. People are whispering out there. So there is a little smoke. We're going to find out more, I think, in the next week or so. Like, remember, it's a weekend.
Yeah,
Today's Saturday.
It's Saturday night. Like
right.
Yeah.
There's no
Um,
no lawyers are meeting right now.
Yeah, and I will say this, and maybe this is, I don't know if this is controversial. I don't think it is, but wouldn't you rather people do things the right way as opposed to being like, let's get back at those guys for being unfair to us, and so let's be unfair to somebody else? Like, I think there's something to be said, right, for having some integrity, right, so, as opposed to being like, well, this is just because I don't want this to turn into get back, right? Because then what are we doing? I mean,
Right.
let's. And again, there are other people involved that you got to make sure you try to shield them as much as you can. And don't get wrong, I think there were kids at Hayfield who caught strays, absolutely. But I don't want to see that happen again. I don't want to see people get caught up in a mix, and yeah, I don't want to see that happen to any. I didn't want to see it happen to kids at Hayfield. I don't want to see it happen to anybody else. So my hope is that there is some journalistic integrity and people kind of just talk about the facts and don't, like I said, don't make it into opinion pieces.
Right. Yeah, they got to be smart about it, right? Hopefully something was learned.
Yes.
From the last one. I guess that's it, right? You want to make sure there's a lot of flaws in the way that was presented.
Correct. 100%.
Media, but I think a lot of the people who were on the I don't want to say pro Hayfield, whatever. I guess it became that, right? It became pro Hayfield versus not, anti Hayfield. Yeah. But so I guess I'll use that lack of a better phrase. But I think the pro Hayfield people from that situation would agree and say a lot of the local media botched the coverage.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Of that story. I agree they did.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but a lot of them. And you don't want that to happen again.
Yeah.
You want to get it right. You want to get it right.
Right. No, I agree. So
hopefully, like you said, whoever this person is going to break this story, right, is doing their due diligence.
Yes, 100%, 100%.
Right.
I think maybe so. Up before there was the one between the guy Loudon, Ethan LaFollette, one of me. Maybe Loudon Valley. He's saying that we should send something out to Loudon Valley.
Loudon Valley, they're in. Loudon Valley's in. Why
not? So Ethan, if you're still there, if you can DM us, you're if I don't know if you are the head coach. I'm not sure. Sorry, I don't know a lot about Loudon. I don't know about Virginia.
We're trying to learn more about Loudon.
We are trying to learn more about Loudon. I need contacts for them because it's much like we talked about day one. It is impossible to find information on football teams in Virginia. It's impossible.
It's easier to break borderline criminal stories.
Easy.
Then regarding football than it is finding out just the coach's emails. How crazy is that? There's Nova in a nutshell right there.
Yeah. So
gigantic national level stories than it is freaking just getting. I can't get West Potomac, a person in West Potomac to write us.
and we play West Potomac.
Does anyone know any coaches on West Potomac? And if you do, tell them we said hi.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Ethan. Yeah, DM us your coach and stuff, and I will get our questionnaire to him. And actually, Loudon Valley has a big time recruit, right? Don't they have like some offensive linemen?
Yeah, Loudon Valley got studs at Loudon Valley.
Is that you, Ethan? I don't even know. I know that is. Oh, and Chris was that he says I'll tell them. Okay, yeah, just hit us up because we'd like to get our preview. Because what sucks is that to move off of things that are terrible to talk about. We right now we want to try to give everybody their own preview show, but as it stands right now, we're going to do a region C and D, and the other region we took one show.
Right, that's what happens, right? And then, I mean, we'll do our best to gather information, but without coaches' information, it's kind of hard to we're not going to know all the the guys that he's expected, the young bucks that are coming up this year, the new starters, all these kind of things that really only the coaches know about their team. And the kids want to get their names plugged and all that kind of stuff, and we're not going to have that information without the coaches kind of getting back to us.
Yeah. John Harris said LOL. I don't want to get LOL that. I don't know. Oh, something. Tell us what was funny, John. I don't know. I don't know what's funny.
But probably the fact that it's impossible to get information. I mean, I'm still laughing at that because it is hard to get information on teams around here.
Yeah.
You can't even find. I'll tell you what. Maybe now we can, but as of like a 2 weeks ago, I was out of town for 10 days. But 2 weeks ago, my wife was trying to find a friend of hers wrote and was like, "Hey, I need the schedule for some teams." I forgot what. So she comes to me and she's like, "Hey, don't worry, my husband does the podcast. He knows all the schedules." I swear to God. So she's like, she's on phone when she's like, "Yeah, can you look up the schedule for?" I forgot what school it was, or a couple schools it was. I couldn't find it. I couldn't find. The Max Preps was like, it was missing games. Like a lot of times that they're not updated, so it was missing games for the upcoming season. I go to that school's website. It was like not there. I go to that school's social media. They didn't have their. Now teams are trying to put their stuff on social media now.
Yeah.
But like 2 weeks ago, not everyone was doing that, and not everyone's doing it now either. But you can't even find schedules now of all teams.
Coach Harris said, "Coaches who don't hit you guys back is funny to me." Yeah, it's really funny to us, but it's not funny when we're like, "Man, we're gonna do a preview show," but we have like 3 teams to do a preview show for. So I mean, it's a little frustrating. But hey, what do you?
Harris has been one of the good guys, Coach Harris.
Yeah, John Harris is one of our guys.
Done a great job.
I like. Yeah, I mean, Coach Harris invites us out to stuff. I mean, he's been with us.
And really, at the end of the day, I mean, look. I'm not going to take offense to some, coach doesn't want to respond to messages or whatever. That's their prerogative. But really, at the end of the day, it's the kids that are
the kids like to see their names. Right. They like to see their names in something and hear people talk about them. Come on, man.
Right.
To your point, though, I was going to bring up about the schedules. The person who does the Four Seasons website has list of every coach of every record for the last 80 years. He hit us up, was like, he gets schedules for I don't want to call it the teams. But he was like, there was like a list of like 6 teams. He was like, we can't find their schedules anywhere. And this guy knows who every coach was.
Oh, I saw that email when I was talking.
Yes.
I saw that email.
And I was like,
I thought Frankie Valli was writing you for a second. I've been gone a long time. Mason's walking like a man now.
Yeah. Frankie Valli's been gone a long time.
There was a Four Seasons. There was a Four Seasons cover band on the ship, so it's funny that you say that. But you're right. If the guy who's the documenter of Northern Virginia football games can't find the games and he's asking us, that's a problem.
Yeah, it's a giant problem. But I don't know. Although I want to make sure myself and Coach Dash will be coaching this year. We'll be coaching the freshmen at Woodson. We'll be doing some
assisting.
We'll be assisting, doing assisting.
Very key phrase. Assisting.
Yes. We'll be down there. Kind of scratching that itch. I've been doing this for a long time, and I do miss coaching. So, and the thing I really miss, and you too, is not knowing the kids anymore. Right? We spent 1 year away, and we knew less of the football team, and I was like, oh, this sucks, man. Like.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, this kid. And I'm like, I don't know who that kid is. And then I felt terrible. And it's fun to get to know it. And, freshman's fun, man. Get to,
that's it. Get out there. You got your 5 o'clock game, right?
Yeah.
5:30 game. And then be done, wrapped up, call it a day.
But
Thursday night.
I did take a head coaching job. I'm going to be the head coach of the girls' flag football team at good old.
Wow! Look at you.
Yeah. So
you're like Tom Hanks in League of Their Own.
Hopefully not. So we seem to be going off the rails, but I'll talk by the way. I was telling my wife the other day, and I was like, "Here's the problem. I cuss a lot, and I don't think I can do that as much coaching girls' flag. I cuss a little more than I should doing that, and not in a derogatory sense.
I don't feel like you're really. I never really got that from you.
Talk to Aiden, and so I worry about like my demeanor with them. But I don't know.
You're gonna be good. You're gonna be fine.
I was watching the national championship, the NFL national championship girls flag the other day. yeah, so it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to coaching the good old girls flag, and it's gonna be like a 4-game
season.
There
and I'll be your Wally. I'll come out there and help out a little bit.
So yeah, I mean, I'm excited about doing that. I'm excited about doing that, and yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Well, groundbreaking. We're breaking news right now. First ever girls.
I think I might be the first flag football coach in FCPS history.
You might be.
I think I might be because right now everyone's hiring for it, and I've already taken the job.
That's a trivia question. So in 100 years, who was the first girls head football coach in Fairfax County, Northern Virginia history? It was Coach Dan Macy. Look at that.
It is me, son of a gun. Can't get a Hall of Fame.
Who knows? Maybe we do it all hitches. All flags.
All flags.
Flags in the off season.
You think I get the field named after me?
Yeah, the little side dirt field in the corner.
Oh, come on! No, they haven't named the field at Woodson. I could get the field named after me. I could win a state championship at Woodson.
You don't think so? Yeah, it's a club right now though. You ain't gonna win a state in girls flag for at least a couple of years until the state of Virginia does it. Right now, it's just a club.
I think it might be next year, is what they said. I think this is the trial.
It'll go fast. It's gonna go
yeah. Well, because Maryland's already. I think they're on number 2 already.
Look at you. Well, look at that, man. We're breaking news tonight. Breaking news.
Yes. First ever. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we kind of got on there. We got the reminders out there. We kind of got to address any kind of sort of the best we could right now on some of the stuff, the rumor mill, and talked about the passing of an 80s icon.
Yeah. My guess is we'll be on here. Oh, I mean, at the very least, we got a week before the previews start coming out. Concord, you are. What's they do at the end of the Super Bowl? Concord, you are on the clock.
Concord, the creme de la creme. I mean, that alone, them getting it in first, they are number 1 in my book. Concord, the creme de la creme of.
We got lots at the Concord last year. We got a lot. I mean, Coach Slay was super supportive early on. Coach Slay with us, right? Super supportive.
Slay,
Coach Voss, yeah, Coach Counts. I mean, the Madison people in particular, man, they were big behind us last year. So
speaking of which, you mentioned Coach Counts. I think he's going to be here. There is an event happening. At Waters Field in Vienna. That is tomorrow? No, it's Monday, Tuesday. I got to look this up because
today's Saturday.
I have an excuse. I was out of the country.
You're a teacher on summer break, man.
And that.
Yes.
But yeah, there's an event happening this week. I'll say that this week on Monday at Waters Field, and we're going to open it up. It is on Monday. So if you want to see, it's a 3-day camp. We're going to open up, do a little talking too. We're going to tell all the parents to pull out their phones and subscribe. And we're going to have all the kids run and get their phones and subscribe. And don't miss it. So you can still sign up, I think, on the VYI website if you want to learn about football.
You've always been a big Vienna youth guy.
I grew up playing FPYC.
And I'll say this. You started talking about Vienna football probably within the first few days of me knowing you, because we had a few kids come out and you're like, those are Vienna youth kids. They're really good. I mean, I remember that. Timba and Mateo were both Vienna.
That's right. That's right.
And you were like, yeah, they come from a really good program. Within the first few days of me knowing you, you told me. I remember you spouting the virtues and the
look at that. See,
yeah,
he's not making this up. Yeah, the strongest steel is forged in the heat of July. That's what they say. They're calling everyone out. Come on out. The camp opens Monday. Vienna Youth Club. That's the creme de la creme of youth football in the area. We're going to be there on Monday. We're going to give the kids a talking to. And I remember I grew up playing FBYC. My kids grew up playing BRYC. And we always got our tails kicked in by Vienna. I speak from firsthand knowledge, okay? Firsthand knowledge. All right, buddy. Well, we're going to see everybody very soon with the season previews.
Yeah, we're going to, and if anything breaks, we look out for us to have a live about 7 o'clock, right? Usually about the time we do our live, so if
Yeah.
anything breaks, we'll
Yeah.
let you
All
know.
right.
Yeah, hopefully the rumors calm down a little bit, and everyone just kind of waits us out, right? Everyone's kind of see exactly, the rumor mill is going to go crazy. I mean, we talked about the rumors with Hayfield last year, that ended up, being some real outlandish stuff. So really kind of take it with a grain of salt. And those of you guys who are coaches and players, don't think about that stuff. Just worry about yourself. Worry about yourself.
That's right.
And you guys got scrimmages in 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. You guys got scrimmages, so
that's right. Block out the noise. Get ready for football.
Yeah, I like that. Block out the noise. Absolutely.
All right. Well, from Coach Mason, Coach Dash, it all hitches. We'll see you guys next time.
See ya.